Oh, hello. I'm so glad you could join me again. I'm taking your presence here as proof that you are consenting as a legal adult to continue our mutually abusive relationship with Chapter 7 of 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. Just for those of you watching at home and drinking along at home, I have not read any of this yet. So
You promise?
I promise. There isn't a tampon scene in it. Shut up. Chapter 7. The first thing I notice is the smell. The walls and ceiling are a deep, dark burgundy, giving a womb-like effect. It's made of high-polished mahogany, and there are restraining cuffs on each corner. My. Above it is an expansive iron grid suspended from the ceiling, 8 foot square at least, and from it hang all manner of ropes, chains, and glinting shackles. From them swing a startling assortment of paddles, whips, riding crops, and funny-looking feather implements. Here we go. Beside the door stands a substantial mahogany chest of drawers, each drawer slim as if designed to contain specimens in a crusty old museum. God damn you guys. In the far corner is an oxblood leather padded bench, and fixed to the wall beside it is a wooden polished rack that looks like a pool or billiard cue holder. Polished wood with intricately carved legs and 2 matching stools underneath. I am so glad that we know the finish of every piece of fucking furniture in this piece of shit. It's bigger than king-sized and ornately carved Rococo 4-poster with a flat top. How the fuck would she know about any of this? She's a poor-ass college student. It looks late 19th century. She knows what century it's from, too. That rape torture bed looks like it's from the 19th century, not the 18th century. We haven't even gotten into this and I'm already uncomfortable. At the foot of the bed, set apart a few feet, is a large oxblood Chesterfield couch. He likes oxblood. He's regarding me intently. Every time Christian Grey looks at her ass, it's intently. I touch it hesitantly. Oh, God. It's called a flogger. I don't think he'd hurt me. Well, not without my consent. Yeah, you gave him your consent in a fucking legal document that's probably been notarized by his, like, lawyer butler that he keeps in the closet. This is fucking reprehensible. I walk toward the bed and run my hands down one of the intricately carved posts. The post is very sturdy, the craftsmanship outstanding. I'm glad you pick up on these things, Anna. He likes to hurt women. The thought depresses me. You were all titillated a second ago. Why is it suddenly depressing? Please, Christian Grey. And I realize in that moment that yes, that's exactly what I want to do. I want him to be damned delighted with me. It's a revelation. You're not giving anything away, Anna, he murmurs, exasperated, murmuring again. This will be your room. You can decorate it how you like, have whatever you like in here. Oh, he has a nice little gilded cage all picked out for her. Weirdly, I seem to have lost my appetite, I murmur petulantly. We have murmur and an adverb in the same attribution, so take a shot.
2 shots.
That's 2 shots. We're talking about cheese. Holy crap. What the fuck is this book? What are your rules that I have to follow? He wants me. In a weird way, true, but this beautiful, strange, kinky man wants me. Beautiful, strange, kinky man. I will punish you when you require it, and it will be painful. The submissive will obey any instructions given by the dominant immediately, without hesitation or reservation, and in an expeditious manner. The submissive will agree to any sexual activity deemed fit and pleasurable by the dominant. The submissive will ensure she achieves a minimum of 7 hours sleep a night when she is not with the dominant. The submissive will eat regularly to maintain her health and well-being from a prescribed list of foods. The submissive will wear clothing only approved by the dominant. The dominant will provide a clothing budget for the submissive. The dominant shall provide the submissive with a personal trainer 4 times a week in hour-long sessions at times to be mutually agreed between the personal trainer and the submissive. The submissive will keep herself clean and shaved and or waxed at all times. The submissive will not drink to excess, smoke, take recreational drugs, or put herself in any unnecessary danger. The submissive will not enter into any sexual relations with anyone other than the dominant. Failure to comply with any of the above will result in immediate punishment, the nature of which shall be determined by the dominant. Didn't I tell you he was gonna ply her with some fucking skirts? I'm sure your salary when you do get a job won't cover the kind of clothes I'd like you to wear, 'cause you're poor, bitch. So limits. These are mine. He hands me another piece of paper. Oh shit, here it comes. No acts involving fire play. No acts involving urination or defecation and the products thereof. This is bullshit. No acts involving needles, knives, piercing, or blood. This is going PG-13 real quick. Shut up about the tampon. No acts involving gynecological medical instruments. No acts involving children or animals. I'm very relieved about that. No acts that will leave any permanent marks on the skin. Okay, that is a good point. We do point out that she can't do this to him. So who the fuck knows what she's gonna let him do to her? And then cut her up real good. That's right. No acts involving breath control. No activity that involves the direct contact of electrical current. Is there anything you'd like to add? He asks kindly. Well, when you've had sex, was there anything that you didn't like doing? Well, I haven't had sex before, so I don't know. He closes his eyes and looks to be counting to 10. When he opens them again, he's angry, glaring at me. Why the fuck didn't you tell me, he growls. Yeah, that was chapter 7. Still no fucking sex. Chapter 8. I don't understand why you didn't tell me, he castigates me. Because it never fucking came up, asshole? And a nice young man hasn't swept you off your feet? You're beautiful. Beautiful. I flush with pleasure. Christian Grey thinks I'm beautiful. That's the takeaway. Yeah, she is falling over herself that he thinks she's pretty, but he's raving at her like a fucking lunatic because she's never put out before. How have you avoided sex? Tell me, please. We're going to rectify the situation right now. He gives me a wicked grin, the effects of which travel all the way down there. I want to bite this lip, he murmurs against my mouth. The enormous bed is ultra-modern, made of rough gray wood like driftwood, 4 posts but no canopy. Fucking furniture! He gazes at me intently. Be prepared, he murmurs. Who says we're going to sleep, he murmurs. The muscles inside the deepest, darkest part of me clench in the most delicious fashion. I like brunettes, he murmurs. Good for you, buddy. I moan and my tongue tentatively meets his. He holds me against his lips and I feel his erection, which he languidly pushes into me. I moan once more into his mouth. Tentatively, I move my hands up to his face and into his hair. I tug gently and he groans. He stops and licks his lips, never breaking eye contact. He leans forward, running his nose up the apex between my thighs. I feel him there. You smell so good, he murmurs. It's almost painful, but I feel the movement echoed in my groin. I can't wait to be inside you. Holy shit, his words. He's so seductive. He takes my breath away. Be taking notes, boys. This is how you do it. Show me how you pleasure yourself. How do you make yourself come? I want to see. Please edit that out. Please don't. No, please don't put... I am squirming with need. Oh, man. Keep still, he murmurs. We're going to have to work on keeping you still, baby. And his tongue dips into my navel. Oh, you know she hasn't cleaned that out. My breasts swell, and my nipples harden under his steady gaze. And my nipples harden even more.
An extra surge in nip hardening.
And his thumb slowly rolls the end of my nipple, elongating it. I groan, feeling the sweet sensation all the way to my groin. I am so wet.
I'm making a ringtone of you saying that.
No, you fucking aren't! My nipples bear the delicious brunt of his deft fingers and lips. Let's go, baby, he murmurs. And I fall apart in his hands, my body convulsing and shattering into 1,000 pieces. My breathing is still ragged as I come down from my orgasm. Wait a minute. Did she just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right, well, she totally came. It's over. End of the book. Look, no more pages. Shut up, please. Okay. Oh, God, I see a word further down the page that I don't want to say. You're so deliciously wet. He thrusts his finger inside me, and I cry out as he does it again and again. Pulling off his boxer briefs, his erection springs free. Holy cow. He kneels up and pulls a condom onto his considerable length. Oh, no. Will it? How? Don't worry, he breathes, his eyes on mine. You expand too.
Oh.
Oh, no! I'm going to fuck you now, Miss Steele, he murmurs as he positions the head of his erection at the entrance of my sex. What the fuck did I just read? The entrance of my sex. Arg, I cry as I feel a weird... Arg! A-A-R-G-H. Arg, I cry as I feel a weird pinching sensation deep inside me as he rips through my virginity. I feel so full. He stays still, letting me acclimatize to the intrusive, overwhelming feeling of him inside me. I'm going to move, baby, he breathes after him.
Oh, God,
his voice tight. This is awful. Come for me, Anna, he whispers breathlessly. And I unravel at his words, exploding around him as I climax and splinter into a million pieces underneath him. And as he comes, he calls out my name, thrusting hard, then stilling as he empties himself into me. And that is all we're going to do tonight. Fuck that. All right, yeah, so I know that we're just strapping this book down and beating it in the face with a riding crop, but I also want to take this opportunity while I have your attention to talk about books that are actually good. So tonight's book you should be reading instead is Summerland by Michael Chabon. It is a sort of a young adult book. It's a hero's journey kind of thing. It's a young boy and his father living on an island together, and gosh darn it, he's no good at baseball, but he needs to use it to teleport around and save the freaking universe from a bad guy who is just as crazy as Kefka and just as cool behind the trigger as Sephiroth. It's a great read. You should read it too, and we'll get you the video later if I haven't killed myself after this one. So, good night.